What's going on, guys? So I have 13 videos now. Yes, you heard me. 13 videos fully uploaded and locked, sitting in queue on private, ready to be released one after the other. And I'm working on 2 more. Those 2 videos are going to take precedent along with this video and the one that it's attached to on Black Avenger TV. Because I had to interrupt my regularly scheduled programming to share something very disturbing, typical but very disturbing, that a brother that I grew up with shared with me on another social media platform. It is the video which has gone viral on Facebook, and also I'm sure is being shared here on YouTube. But I'm not going to put it on YouTube because I know I'm already a target. But I am going to share it with you guys over on the Black Avenger TV platform of these 2 Pookie and Ray Ray savages. These 2 beta male cowards driving up in a Chicago neighborhood and opening fire on a group of people, including a baby mama holding her young daughter. Now, that in and of itself, like I said, is typical. That's every day in Chicago. But what is so disturbing to everyone, including the judge that denied bail to these maggots after they were captured by the Chicago police, is that they proceeded to drive down the street after opening fire at point blank range on this group, get out of the car, and shoot the fleeing baby mama as she was running, holding her child in the back. Now, it's really strange. First of all, I just want to say that for those of you brothers, I know there's a lot of you brothers that still live in Chicago, or what I call Shitcago. And I was born and raised there for 21 years. And I can tell you, the day I moved out for college was the best fucking day of my life. The decision that my father made back in 1987, at the height of the gang and drug turf wars in Chicago, to move his family into the close south suburbs of Chicago because he said, quote, "I'm not raising no family here," was the best and probably most important decision that he ever made in my and my sister's life. I made a video series not too long ago, and it was entitled, "How Do Black Women Divest from Themselves?" All this divest from Blackistan stuff. And from what I understand, this baby mother who was killed after being shot in the back, after running for her and her baby's life and actually shielding her baby even after being mortally wounded, as these guys continued to pour bullets down the street at other guys that were fleeing. It occurred to me that, not only is this every day in Chicago, not only is this every day in other parts of the country, this is something that really makes Planned Parenthood kind of have a reasonable argument. And it's sad that I say that. But as you know, I am vehemently opposed to abortion. But when I see stuff like this and realize that the two bastards that did this, shooting any person, man or woman, in the back while they're holding a child, not caring who they shoot, it was obvious to me that at one time these guys were small children. Just like the little baby who thankfully wasn't hurt and whose baby mother, Brittany Hill, was shot in the back. And the reason why she was shot was because, unlike the Negroes she was with, including the baby's father, who was sitting in a Mercedes-Benz, which police believe is the intended target, she couldn't run fast enough because she refused to drop her baby. As you will see in the video, everybody else got away, but she couldn't get away because she held on to her child even after she was shot and collapsed. And I couldn't help but thinking about certain things. Some of them I can't say here on YouTube, but I will say this, Black America, y'all really make yourselves look bad when you do shit like this. When you don't go out and protest holding up Black Lives Matter over shit like this. When you turn a blind eye. But had these guys been two neo-Nazi skinheads with swastikas tattooed on their chests, this would have been worldwide news in a matter of hours. There would have been protests so thick downtown Chicago, you wouldn't be able to breathe without sneezing on some fucking body. But because these two monsters are black, it's no big deal. It'll just be another forgotten memory. Y'all really don't understand. And this is what's crazy. I wanted to say this because I decided not to put the link directly to the video in the description box. Because in addition to how graphic the video was, I also had some very choice words for the entire situation that I observed. But I will say you can go to Black Avenger TV and watch it. It's also all over Facebook. Just type in Brittany Hill, Chicago. The video's gone viral. I will say this. One of the 13 videos that I have waiting in queue right now is a video of me describing a negative encounter that I had with a white female police officer. And I have acknowledged in the past that there are a lot of rogue cops, there are a lot of poorly trained cops, there are a lot of cops with chips on their shoulders. But of course, I've also said that most cops just want to do their job. Now, I will say this, because I'm not going to give too much away, because that's a video that's coming down the pipe later. I was very angry in that video. But I will say it's funny how time changes things. Because had I seen this disgrace here in this video, perhaps back when I made that video about the white cop that was being a bitch to me, perhaps I would have actually been apologizing to her as a black man, that she has to think that every time she encounters somebody with my skin pigmentation, she has to be on code red alert because of mess like this. Because these Negroes are just that fucking dangerous and unpredictable and wild. They lack humanity. They lack civility. As I will mention in the video in my commentary that's available now on Black Avenger TV. The Italian Mafia, when it was at its height, okay, I'm talking about from Al Capone to the Gambino family, okay, that entire span of time, you do not hear of one incident, not one incident of an innocent person, definitely not an innocent child, being killed by a stray bullet. If you're all trash and criminals, you're all apples in the same basket, you want to kill each other, fine, cool. Wipe yourselves out. You'll be doing the rest of us a favor. But to be so heartless that you intentionally aim at someone, again, anyone, because you're not seeing, any sorrow coming from me for people who, baby mamas or not, that engage in or are involved with these type of degenerates. But for you to willingly shoot at someone that you see holding a child, knowing full well you could hit the baby that's innocent, that has nothing to do with any of this, it makes me understand why these cops, even a lot of the ones that start out in their careers good, it makes me realize why a lot of these foreigners, why when they see a black face, especially a black male, they have absolutely no respect for your black ass. Absolutely none. And here's the sad part. Unfortunately, because I share the same skin pigmentation as the Pookie and Ray Ray that these harlots like Cynthia G want to defend and say that they're better than educated lames, meaning educated black men, when they do shit like this, including to black females that are defending them and having babies with them. I have to wonder, who do you degenerates, who do you savages think is going to respect you or look upon you in a positive way when you're doing shit like this to each other? While other tribes are jockeying for economic power and military control of the world with one another, y'all are too busy killing each other off to the point where you don't even care about an innocent kid. And it also leads me to wonder, these innocent school children, even in Chicago, that are being hit by stray gunfire, because we all remember the tragic story of Tyshawn Lee, who was intentionally shot 9 times back in November 2015. Are these really random shootings, stray gunfire? Are these Negroes intentionally targeting little kids too? Because again, who would shoot at somebody, even if you had half a brain, if you were just half human? Why would you shoot at somebody holding a child? What the fuck is wrong with you? And I realized that the reason why I've been fucked with in my life by police when I was doing nothing, when my rap sheet is as clean as ivory snow, is because when they see me as a regular, hardworking black man that has his shit together, they don't see me as a regular, hardworking black man that has his shit together. They see me as one of the thousands, maybe tens of thousands of degenerate Pookie and Ray Ray beta male savages like these 2 punks that they've locked up or gunned down in the street, or have seen gunned down in the street by other Pookie and Ray Ray beta male cowards. And that's the way it is, gentlemen. This is why I tell black men. This is precisely why I tell black men. Because I had no plans to produce this video today. You are the ones who need to be divesting from what I call horror stand. Because if you have half a brain, you will understand. Not only is horror stand going down in flames, every year another section of it gets engulfed in the self-destruction of the Getonians that live there. But if you stay there and try to hold your ground, like a wildfire out in California, or like Nipsey Hussle outside of that store, you're going to be engulfed with it. Now, thankfully, this little baby that you can see down in the right-hand corner was not harmed. But when I saw the Negroes that ran back after the punks drove off after opening fire to carry the body of Brittany Hill and take her to the hospital, and I saw in the video footage of the little baby that she protected even after being mortally wounded, I saw this little baby girl stand up and walk, and a man just come from out of nowhere, an older dark-skinned black man, looked like a grandfather age, scoop the little baby up and walk off as they're rushing their dying compadre to the hospital. Just seeing that little baby, seeing the last moments of its mother's life, even though its mother made very wrong decisions, including hanging out with and procreating with these types of monsters. It took everything in me to keep from shedding a tear. There are things that I want to say in anger right now, but I'm going to hold it for the video that's on Black Avenger TV, because I know this is YouTube. I'm sorry, ScrewTube. Go there right now when this video is ended. It should be the first video that you see when you click the link to my Black Avenger TV channel link down in the description box. You can also watch it. It's all over Facebook. Just type in Brittany Hill, Chicago. I'm going to have a more in-depth video about this coming out tomorrow. Hopefully here on ScrewTube. Well, actually, no. I'm going to put that video on another platform, likely either BitChute or Black Avenger TV. And I'm going to have a more in-depth analysis concerning the person that was shot and killed protecting the baby. And that's going to be on the backdrop of a video that I'm going to promote while commenting on something different here on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, divest from horror stand, black men. It's over. Talk to you later, guys.